Hey, Sophie. Wow, I didn't expect to see you here this early.
Oh, Adam. Yeah, I love starting my mornings here. It clears my mind before the chaos begins.
You and your peaceful morning habits. I'm still trying to make peace with my alarm clock.
Classic Adam. So, how's your English journey going lately?
Ugh, don't even ask. Yesterday, I completely forgot the word umbrella while talking to a tourist. I literally said, the thing that fights rain.
Oh my god, you didn't.
I did. He looked at me like I was describing a medieval weapon.
That's hilarious. But honestly, I get it. It used to happen to me all the time. I'd be in the middle of a fluent sentence and then, boom, my brain just hits pause.
Exactly. It's like the words just vanish into another dimension.
You know what? That's not a lack of knowledge. It's your brain buffering. It's like Wi-Fi lag, but for language.
So my brain needs an upgrade, basically?
Or maybe just better internet. But seriously, it happens to everyone. Even native speakers sometimes forget words.
Really? That's comforting. I always thought I was the only one.
Nope, you just need to learn how to handle it. When it happens to me now, I either describe the word, use hand gestures, or just laugh about it.
Yeah, laughing helps, huh?
Totally. The moment you panic, your brain shuts down even more. But when you stay calm, the word usually pops back a few seconds later.
That's so true. Okay, I need to learn your don't panic magic. Hey, want to walk a bit? I could use some inspiration.
Sure, let's go. I have a funny story about forgetting words too.
So, what's your funniest word forgetting story?
Oh, you'll love this. Once I was talking to a British friend about breakfast, and I forgot the word fork. So I said, "Can you pass me the food stabber thing?"
No way. Food stabber? That's genius.
He laughed for like 5 minutes straight. Then he said, "You mean fork?" I wanted to disappear.
I can imagine. That's the thing. People think it's embarrassing, but it actually makes the conversation memorable.
Exactly. And the funny part is, after that, I never forgot the word fork again.
See? Mistakes are actually the best memory tools.
Totally. You know, language learning isn't about perfection, it's about connection.
Yeah, but sometimes I feel like my brain is betraying me. Like, I know the word, I studied it, but the moment I need it, gone. Just gone.
That's because speaking isn't just about memory, it's about speed and confidence. Your brain is choosing between grammar, pronunciation, meaning, and social pressure all at once.
So basically, my brain's having a mini war every time I open my mouth.
Pretty much, but you can train it. The trick is to speak without worrying about being perfect.
I wish it were that easy.
It actually is. You just need exposure. Talk more, even to yourself. Describe what you see, narrate your day, or think in English.
I tried that once. I ended up arguing with myself in English.
That's actually great practice. Seriously, that's how I improved. I used to talk to my mirror every night, telling myself how my day went in English.
That sounds slightly crazy, but useful. Okay, I'll try that. Maybe I'll impress my reflection one day.
You will. Just remember, the goal is progress, not perfection.
You know, it's kind of funny how forgetting words can make you creative. Like yesterday, instead of umbrella, I ended up saying rain protection device.
See? That's smart. That's called paraphrasing, a skill even fluent speakers use. If you forget a word, find another way to say it.
So my brain's not broken, it's just improvising.
Exactly. You're not failing, you're adapting.
Speaking of adapting, how about coffee? My brain's gonna need caffeine for all this motivation.
Perfect idea. Let's go. I used to feel so stupid when I forgot simple words. Like once, I forgot pillow and called it the sleep head thing.
That's adorable. But yeah, I get that. It's frustrating when you know something but can't say it.
Exactly. And I realized the problem wasn't memory, it was confidence. The fear of making a mistake blocks your brain.
So confidence literally affects memory?
Totally. When you're nervous, your brain releases stress hormones that mess with recall. It's like your mind goes, nope, we're too scared to think right now.
That explains a lot. Every time I talk to a native speaker, my vocabulary takes a vacation.
Yeah, mine used to do that too. But then I started reminding myself communication is the goal, not grammar.
Hmm. Communication over grammar. I like that. But how did you stop caring about mistakes?
I started collecting them.
Collecting them?
Yup. I had a little notebook called My Funny English Moments. Every time I said something wrong or forgot a word, I'd write it down and laugh about it later.
That's brilliant. You turned embarrassment into motivation.
Exactly. Because mistakes are proof that you're trying. The people who never make mistakes are the ones who never speak.
That hits deep. Maybe I should start my own notebook. Adam's Legendary English Fails.
I'd totally read that. But seriously, that attitude changes everything. Once you stop fearing mistakes, your fluency skyrockets.
You know, that actually makes sense. The more I focus on being perfect, the more my brain freezes.
Perfection kills progress. But when you relax, words flow naturally, even the ones you thought you forgot.
So basically, the secret is to chill.
Exactly. Chill, talk, laugh, repeat.
You've really changed my perspective today, Sophie. I used to think forgetting words meant I was bad at English.
Nope. It means you're using English. Think about it. If you never forgot words, you probably wouldn't be learning anything new.
That's actually true. It's like going to the gym. If it's not a little hard, you're not growing.
Exactly. And every time you struggle to remember a word and then recall it later, your brain builds a stronger connection.
Wow. Learning is literally muscle training for the brain.
Yes. So next time you forget a word, smile and think, my brain is upgrading.
I love that. I'm definitely still in that line.
Be my guest. You'll thank me when you become fluent.
You know, I feel lighter now. Like, it's okay to forget. It's part of the process.
That's the spirit. Language learning is like a journey. Sometimes you take the wrong turn, but you still move forward.
I used to avoid speaking because I was scared to forget words. Now I realize silence doesn't teach you anything.
Exactly. The more you speak, the less you forget. Your brain learns through use, not through fear.
I wish more people understood that. So many learners quit because they think forgetting equals failure.
Yeah, but forgetting isn't failure. It's feedback. Your brain is saying, hey, we need to strengthen this part.
Wow, you should totally give TED Talks or something.
Maybe one day. For now, coffee and conversations will do.
You know, I think I'll start recording myself speaking English daily. Even if I forget words, I'll just keep going.
That's perfect. You'll see progress fast. And when you look back, you'll realize how far you've come.
You've been learning for years, right? Do you still forget words?
Of course. Even today, I forgot the word receipt at the grocery store. I just said, the paper-proof thing. The cashier smiled, and we both laughed.
That's so human. Maybe that's the beauty of language. It connects people through imperfection.
Absolutely. And that's what keeps it real. So promise me something.
What?
Promise me you'll never stop speaking English, even when you forget words, even when you feel awkward.
I promise. I'll keep speaking, laughing, and learning.
Good, because the only way to truly lose your words is to stop using them.
You know, today turned out way better than I expected. I started the day feeling like a failure, and now I feel like a work in progress.
That's what we all are: beautiful, brave, imperfect works in progress.
Thank you, Sophie, for the coffee, the wisdom, and the laughs.
Anytime, Adam. Now go and make more rain protection device stories.
Deal. But next time, I'll actually remember the word umbrella.